Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've not posted on here for quite a few months now, and this is like I started this year telling myself that this is going to be my year. I'm going to go straight into full-time content creation and really put the time and effort in. And I have to tell you, the first 2 months of 2025 have been absolutely crazy. January, I got really ill. I spent like 2 weeks in bed just because I keep getting these sinus infections. And I've also been moving house, which I'll go into in much further detail over the coming videos. But I've just moved house and that's taken a lot of time and energy. And also I was watching a video on TikTok about this guy who said that January is the worst time to start the new year. Like really, the new year should actually start in like March, April. It's something to do with like the solstice and all of that stuff. I'm not too familiar with all of that. But his whole point was is that like winter is about us regenerating and calming down and nourishing ourselves. It's not the time to be like new year, new me. Let's start a full-on gym routine. So I'm going with that. So today is the 1st of March. And I really haven't posted since my Barcelona vlog, and this like going like full on into YouTube and content creation has been something I've been wanting to do for such a long time, but I just don't seem to. It's consistency, and I guess in the beginning because it doesn't reward you financially, you really do sort of prioritize other things that pay the bills, right? So I'm in a position at the moment in my life where I have really good mental health. I have obviously some really like sort of, the odd down day, but mentally I'm really strong and fit. I feel very clear in my mind about what I want to achieve this year. And there's a lot that's been happening over the last year, more so just in terms of allowing myself the headspace to really figure things out and not be hard on myself, because that's all it doesn't really ever help. And that's always kind of been my downfall. It's kind of like it's always been that thing where I'm really hard on myself, and sometimes you just need to stop and take stock of what's really going on and ask yourself, is this the right time? What work do I need to do to get to that place where I can create, I can be creative and have that sort of really strong mindset to be able to tackle the next step in life. And I feel like I'm there. I feel like lots has happened over the last couple of months which to get me here. And I'm in a good place. So today's the 1st of March. Honestly, today feels like the first day of like proper spring. It's been so bad the last couple of months. I think it's been one of the coldest winters we've had in a long time. It's not snowed, but it's been one of the coldest winters. But today the sun is like clear blue skies. The spring blooms are out, which always make me really happy. And I just feel really good. Another thing that's really exciting is that David and I are going to India in 2 weeks' time. He's never been, and if you've not seen David in my previous vlog, he is my new partner. We've been together for around 6 months. We've been friends for much longer than that, but we've been together 6 months and we are now living together, which has been a really fast transition, but maybe I'll go into that some more later on. And there's some really exciting things happening. And yeah, we're going to India, so we'll be vlogging that and creating lots of content around that, which is really exciting. I love India. I mean, it's home for me. I was born in the UK, but I feel really at home when I'm there, and it's part of my DNA really. So I'm really excited to show him that. And we've just got like lots going on. There's lots we're doing in the house. We've been decorating, and we are going to go furniture shopping. So I'm going to take you along there and just really like I said, document and see where this goes. But it's consistent. It's going to be consistent now. No more excuses. Like this is the year I really want to change my life in so many different ways. And I said I was going to do it in January, but it's March. Hey ho. Other thing that's really been exciting is that as well as moving, and that's been really exhausting because really you only have the weekends to do the real work that it takes to move house and then organizing everything into house. So I've moved in with David. So moving my stuff from my old house to here has just been really time consuming. And then within on top of that, then my parents had never met him, and it was really important to me that my parents met the person I was moving in with. Everything's just happened really fast. That's why. It's not that I've held off introducing Tim, but I've just been waiting for the right time. So as well as like moving, we've been spending our evenings entertaining or going out for dinners, me meeting his friends, him meeting my friends, and just making sure that we've each other have met the people that are most important to one another in our lives. So that's just been really, really busy as well. And really, this is the first weekend we both feel like we've got time for ourselves, and we're gonna go and do some fun things. Good morning, guys. It's Sunday, and it is another really lovely sunny day. It's the 2nd of March, and I hope wherever you guys are, the sun is shining like we do in London, because this is such a treat. I think the whole week's going to be like this. Yeah, we are free today. We have no real plans. I'm going to try and secure some tickets to go to the theatre. I like to do the kind of last minute, sort of 10 a.m. You can log on to one of those ticket apps and get day seats. We want to see a lot more theatre this year. We've seen a couple of things already this year, but one of our kind of goals this year is to see just a lot more theatre. And being in London, we're so sort of fortunate to have it on our doorstep. And yeah, so I'm going to try and get some cheap day seats for Titanic, which is like this Titanic spoof that's at the Criterion Theatre in Piccadilly Circus at the moment. And I think if we don't do that, we'll probably still go for a walk and just go and take in some of the sun, and maybe then just have a really relaxed evening, make some food and chill. So we've just come into central London, Piccadilly Circus. It's such a beautiful day. It's probably like one of the nicest days of the year so far. It's cold, but the sun is out. It's really lovely, clear blue skies. So we managed to get day seats today, really last minute, cheap tickets to go and see a show we've been wanting to see since it opened about a month ago. The show is only an hour and a half, so it's a nice way to spend sort of Sunday afternoon. And the show we're going to go watch is Titanic. It's meant to be a mashup of Titanic and Celine Dion music. It's a spoof on Titanic, so it's not normally something I would go and see, but it's got good reviews, meant to be really funny. Easy, casual way of spending a Sunday afternoon. So we'll let you know how it is when we're done. We just got out of the theatre having watched Titanic, and sort of just quickly tell you what we thought. So I'm going to let you go first. What did you think of it?
All right. The time just flew by. It was. It started off first. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to be in the first, I guess, few minutes, but it just got better and better and better. And what really stood out for me was just how every single cast member was super talented. I'd actually go see it again.
Yeah, so for me, when it started, I was kind of like, I'm not sure, like, is this really for me? Because I'm a bit hit and miss when it comes to that sort of humour. It's very camp, it's very it's a spoof of Titanic and Celine Dion mashed up. So it started off really corny and cheesy, but actually, when you realise that all of them are have got amazing voices, and it was just like joke after joke after joke, but the jokes just landed so well.
They landed so well, and it was just punchy.
I think what we paid, £25, I don't think I'd pay much more than that. I think most I'd pay is £45 a ticket, seeing as it's only an hour and a half. But yeah, catch it. It's on until June at the Criterion Theatre. So we decided to walk from Piccadilly Circus to Knightsbridge to get a drink somewhere. We've ended up down some really cute back streets of Knightsbridge leading towards South Kent, which you wouldn't normally come down, but some of these shops and things are so beautiful, and the townhouses and the mews houses. So today is Shrove Tuesday, which is known as Pancake Day, obviously. And I said to David, So we're making pancakes, all right? And he just looked at me like, are you being serious? It turns out he's not a pancake person. But I was like, no, we're gonna do this. So I just need to go out and get some bits. And even though we live in Ealing and there's lots of shops around us, there's a Waitrose, I'm just gonna get the bus. I just thought I'll head to Waitrose and go into a few other shops that I like. Maybe go buy some flowers and stuff and take a walk along the river and just take in some sun. I forgot my sunscreen today, which I'm a bit annoyed about. But hey ho, that's life. I really love Richmond, but every time I think about like, is this somewhere I could live? I always never know how to answer that, because as much as I love Richmond and in the sun it is just really beautiful. I love being by water and the river is perfect. And I used to row and I would love to get back onto the water. There's lots of rowing clubs here. They've got a really big rowing community in Richmond. However, it's just one step away from the easy commute into central London, and when you have to go from Richmond across the bridge towards West London, where a lot of my family are, it just adds on like an extra half an hour to your journey, if not more. And as beautiful as Richmond is, sometimes I just feel it's just a little bit awkward on the map. So that's just my personal opinion. One of the things I love about this shop is their teas. So they do a whole range of like tea bag teas, and there's this brand called Celestial which you get in Europe, but you hardly ever see it in the UK. So they do a good range of Celestial teas, and then they've also got like all this loose tea. They've got like a whole range of loose teas, which is really good if you're gifting it to someone or making up a hamper. This shop is really good for like gift hampers. You could come here and like buy a lovely basket or a lovely hamper basket. I buy my pillar candles and tapered candles from here. They're like 80p for one. So it's a no-brainer, because we go through like probably about 6 a week. We bought some really lovely licorice. We bought these licorice the other day, which were gelatine free, which is perfect for me, and yeah, snacks and all sorts of other things. Another thing they do is they have a gift wrapping station here, or a station where you can wrap your own stuff, which is again really good if you're gifting someone. So I just got back from Waitrose. I also popped into M&S, and I think we're going to do some spinach mushroom pancakes tonight, creme fraiche, something like that. Oh, and goat's cheese. So I picked up some extra long daffodils. This is going to go in a jug I bought, I think, from Marrakesh last year. I'll show you that. So chestnut mushrooms. Eggs. I'm really fussy with eggs. Like, I only like Burford Browns. I don't know what it is. I just prefer the taste. I have a weird relationship with eggs, but Burford Browns are fine. Yeah, spinach. Butter for pancakes, cottage cheese. I eat a lot of cottage cheese just for the protein. Creme fraiche goes really nicely with mushroom, spinach, maybe some nutmeg, some parsley or chives maybe. I've even got some thyme, so maybe some thyme. And then I went into M&S because on like Instagram I've been seeing this tortilla dip combo a lot, and I was like, I need to try this. And basically it's these tomatillo, which is like a green tomato, right? And jalapeno crisps, tortillas, and this Mexican layered dip. So you've got guacamole, salsa, and I'm guessing sour cream, and then cheese and jalapenos. Not healthy, but I love this kind of Mexican combination, so we'll give that a try tonight. The other thing I picked up was from a couple of bits from Austrian Green. So we basically already have a couple of these, and I thought we'll pick up a few more. These are really good for like olives or crisps when people come over, or even just like in sort of your day-to-day little hummus and dip kind of bowls. So I think they were like £2 each. They're nice. I like how simple they are. I got some more tea. This was a lemongrass, cinnamon, ginger, and hibiscus, and licorice. I love a licorice tea. This is licorice, lemongrass, and peppermint. And I also got another one of these Edmond Fallet mustards. We love mustard in this house. When I went to Nice, I bought a chili version of this, and that was like £5, £6. It was like from a cheese and wine shop. We then went to Austrian Green a few weeks ago and found a basil one, and this was like £2. And today I found a tarragon one. So, but they don't have the basil one anymore. So it literally is such a like you just don't know what you're going to get when you go there. So you kind of have to pick it up when you're there. But this doesn't go off, and we love mustard. I got this jug last year when we went to Marrakesh, and literally it was like on the roadside. Like they have these huge kind of yards, like pottery yards, and we just asked the driver to stop, and we picked this up, and this was like £3. But then when you went into the souks, it was like £15. So yeah, if you're going to Marrakesh, I definitely highly recommend stopping at one of these kind of pottery yards and picking something up. And it's just a nice kind of souvenir, but something that we can also use, just doesn't sit on the shelf. But it was unglazed, so I got some like this paint glaze thing from B&Q, and I just glazed the inside, did a couple of coats, and now it's kind of waterproof. Otherwise, terracotta's porous, and your water will just kind of drip, like seep through the terracotta. So let's put some of the daffodils in here. This time of year, I'm a bit reluctant to buy daffodils because they don't last very long. Like with the central heating on, you might get like 3 or 4 days out of them before they just start to look really dry. But something I bought a couple of weeks ago were ranunculus. These are ranunculus, and this is like now 3 weeks, and they've just survived so well. They're only like £10 for a big bunch, but I recommend those if you want flowers to like last in the winter. Ranunculus are really, really good. This is the first year I love ranunculus, but this is the first year I've kind of bought them for the house this time of year. Normally I'd get them in the summer, but these are coming from Italy. But I just couldn't believe how long they've lasted, and we've had the heating on full blast like every day. So if you want cut flowers for the house in February, ranunculus, fantastic. So pancake making is in full swing. So we've gone with a spinach mushroom filling. There's some creme fraiche in there, some tarragon and chives and garlic, and we've gone with a Delia Smith crepe batter recipe. Just flour, eggs, butter, milk, and this is the first one, so it's always a bit dodgy, but we haven't got a round frying pan, so we're going for a square, almost like a griddle pan. Here we go.
Enjoy.
Amazing.
Really good.
So much flavour in that spinach. Hey guys, we're on Friday. I haven't filmed much the last couple of days just because I've been out on a job, but I'm home today. I've been running around this morning because I've got a plumber over and he's doing lots of different things, and I just need to run out and get some bits so he can get on with his job. I've just packed a weekend bag because I'm going away with my dad and my stepmom, my brother, my stepbrother, and his wife to Lulworth Cove, which is near Dorset, I believe, for a weekend, which should be lovely because the weather is going to be great. I went to Lulworth Cove in November and it is beautiful. Like, it's hard to believe that that is the UK. So if you've not been to Lulworth Cove, definitely add that to your list. So I've just packed a weekend bag. I'm waiting for them to finish their 9 to 5, so we're going to head down around 5:30. But I will show you what Lulworth Cove looks like because it's absolutely stunning. Probably tomorrow we'll do a hike for a couple of hours. We're staying right by the beach, and it's beautiful, beautiful. But I will show you some of that. So we're walking the hike at Lulworth Cove, and we've just got to Durdle Door, which is on the beach. So just gonna walk down the beach. The weather today is a bit overcast, but it's okay. Like when you're doing this walk, you get really warm very quickly, so you don't mind a little bit of a breeze. But clear blue skies would also be lovely. It's so hard to believe sometimes that this is all available to us in the UK, and some parts of the UK, especially the coastal parts, are just so stunning. I've done a lot of Cornwall, but coming to Dorset and Bournemouth is something I've not really done much of, so this is really lovely, especially because we're only a couple of hours away from London. I'm not really read up as to the reason why, but I'm assuming it's because that's a shape of a door passageway. But I was here in November when it was really sunny and the water was just so blue and clear. It's still really lovely today. We're on this really beautiful walk, and one of the things I do not understand is why people have speakers on them and play music from a speaker which everyone can hear. Because like we're on a really beautiful nature walk where it's meant to be calm and relaxing, and you're listening to the sound of the sea and your surroundings. You don't really want to hear someone else's music blasting. As you can hear, it's really windy. Yeah, I do not understand it, especially even like when you're on the tube and people are playing their music on their phone. I mean, isn't that what headphones were invented for? Yeah, really baffles me. I think it's quite selfish, actually. So we've just finished our hike and we're back at our cottage. And I thought I'd just give you a quick look at the cottage from the outside. It's so close to, basically we're on like the doorstep of where you start the hike. So I'm going to turn it around so you guys can see. So just over there is like the tourist centre, gift shop, there's a pub, a couple of pubs actually, and yeah, lots of like ice cream shops. You can see the hike we just did in the background there, and then you'll literally come down here, and this is our lovely thatched roof cottage. It's a 3-bedroom cottage called Cove Cottage. This was we got it on Airbnb. I think it was like £800 for the weekend for 6 of us, and it's just beautiful. The view from our room in which is the top right room, looks to the sea, and yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. Inside there's like 3 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, and kind of everything you need for a weekend. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's vlog. I'm going to go and spend the rest of the afternoon and weekend with the family, and I shall see you next week in my next vlog. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe it, drop a comment, and I shall see you in the next one. Hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Bye.